Hi, this is Sandhya. Through Go Online Training and Consultancy, I'll be your trainer for AWS DevOps. So before starting our class, let me give you a quick introduction of myself. I'm a senior DevOps engineer, having 5+ years of IT experience. I'm a corporate trainer too. I have taken many interviews for DevOps, AWS, Linux, etc. So I have taught many of the students across the globe, and then projects that I have worked on like VMware, British Telecom, Amazon, Paytm, like that. So here, so m- now many of the people that they must be thinking that whether they can do DevOps or not, they can learn DevOps or not. So let me tell you guys, no need of prior IT experience for this. No need to have a programming language background. We can learn you can learn scripting language, but the difference between programming and scripting I'll tell you on the go later. So before coming to this class, no need to learn Linux, etc. So any tools, as I will be covering AWS, Linux, and DevOps as a part of this course. Then more jobs for both freshers also there, and experience also. More opportunities are there. More jobs for freshers and experience, because every company is using DevOps, including startups, MNC, abroad companies. So all those companies need you guys, like that's why we have more jobs and also more abroad opportunities. So yeah, so so coming to salaries, everybody have a questions like what is the scope of DevOps, etc. So yeah, salaries is like, this is just a number which I have written over here, like highly recommended for freshers, IT and non-IT guys to choose their career in DevOps. If you are like 0 to 2 years, minimum 6 lakhs, and then 2 to 3 years, 8 to 12 lakhs, 3 to 4 years, 12 to 16 lakhs, 4 to 5 years, 16 to 20 lakhs, 5 to 6 years, 20 to 24 lakhs, 6 to 7 years, 24 to 28 lakhs, then above 8 years, 32 lakhs. And this is the minimum what I have written over here. Okay. So now coming to what is DevOps? Like why? What is organization needs? So before that, let me tell you, like for example, let's say I want to establish an IT company and I want to take it as a number one position. Okay. So to take that company number one position, we need to follow few guidelines. So one is faster delivery. Second is higher quality. Like first actually higher quality comes before faster delivery. Higher quality is also plays a crucial role. In fact, quality comes first, then faster delivery. So what is faster delivery here? Faster delivery means whoever deliver the product to the market first, they will grab the whole market. So faster delivery is very important. Whoever launch new concepts to the market, they will grab all the audience. So faster delivery is the first scenario. Second is higher quality. Then third is always available. Means suppose you have opened a cafe, for example, it should be always open, right? So customers should not go with empty hands. Make sure your website also like always up and running. So that is called always available. Then comes to lesser spending. I mean, we have to try to reduce our expenditure as low as possible, but without compromising higher quality. This too, higher quality and faster delivery. Higher quality and faster delivery. We should not compromise with this too. Otherwise, while maintaining these two, try to reduce your expenditure as low as possible. So these are the few guidelines which we should follow. Now you must be thinking why all are related to DevOps, etc. So let me tell you, these are related to DevOps. For example, I'll take one. Give me a second. For example, IST. So what is IRCTC? Through this, we can book tickets online. One can like anyone can book tickets online from anywhere. So let's assume that this application not as of now. Okay. So for example, so this is the railway. There is a railway minister goes to IT company. Okay. So railway minister goes to IT company, asked to create this kind of application to him. Okay, so what is exactly first? Just assume that IRCTC is not not yet come into the market. This is just a thought of railway minister for now. Okay, so like IT company and asked to create. I mean, he went to IT company and asked to create kind of this kind of application where people can book tickets from anywhere. Okay, so so he'll be giving like money, like he will be he's saying to IT company that IT company, I'll give you money for this deal, and it's a simple deal. You just need to create a this kind of application. So this means project which given by client to IT company. So IT company will give a span of time to create, let's say 1 year. Okay, so then IT company will give a span of 1 year, 1 year, or like the product, etc. Okay, to build. So so in our case, railway minister is our client. Okay, so in the end of the project, railway minister will give money to the company. That money we can get from our company in the form of packages. So here the client is paying our salaries through company. So assume that railway minister tells to create project till 1 year. So we all need to create application. So now, so it comes. So now developers will come. So developers, what developers will do? They will start writing a code to create this application. Like hundreds of pages of codes will be there. They write. After writing code, next comes what? Next comes build. What is build here? Build means converting the source code into an executable form like .exe, like .exe or .var or .jar, like that. Any executable form, like is a build form of source code. That means the entire source code we need to build into an executable file. Any like ex.var jar files that we call, finally we call it as deliverables, or any executable application. That is what build. So after build, what next will be there? Next will be test. Now we need to test whether there is an application is working fine or not, whether any errors are there. So any errors and all, testing team will be finding test. So then comes to QA. What is QA? QA is quality assurance. Means whether this application easy to use, easy to operate, whether user friendly option are there or not, whether the customers are understanding these options or not, whether it is attractive or not, whether developers followed best practices or not while writing code. So these all comes under quality assurance. Now, fifth part will be deploy. Deployments, we can also say installing any software in a laptop. Okay, so this deployment team will go to the client. They try to deploy the product in the client server. Then comes to, then under that, it comes to maintenance part. then maintenance and monitor. So because we need to tell them how to use, we need to conduct training sessions, we need to provide user manuals, we need to explain do's and don'ts, maintenance activities, disk space is there or not, etc., etc. We need to maintain, we need to monitor. So this will be our last step after deployment. After deployment also it is important, right, for maintenance and monitor, at least for a span of time. So now everything is running smoothly. Okay, smoothly in application, just assume. So here I can say my project is over. So here I can say my project is over. Okay, then you will place in one more project. Same. These steps are called SDLC. So this is what these steps are called. These steps are SDLC. SDLC means software development life cycle. So here, like now, so before to complete these projects, they are following a methodology called, before these steps, like build, after developer, build, test, QA, deploy, maintenance, monitor. So this complete software development methodology, software people, I mean in IT company, they before they used to follow waterfall method. So before, what was happening in waterfall method, it is an old methodology. In this methodology, team members were facing so many problems. So first problem they were facing, first problem they were facing, dev versus ops. So second, dev versus ops means, like like I'll tell you. Second problem, let me first find, let me write the problems what they were facing, then you will get a clarity on this. So second problem was stage by stage. And third, manually. So dev versus ops means if there any problem in like dev development team and the operation teams. Okay. So development team will be in this development team will be like developer, and after that build, test, these all things are deployment, till deployment part will be operation team. Okay. So operation team, so operation team blaming you previously they used to blame any error to development team, and development team will be blaming to operation team. So this was happening. And second problem, stage by stage means one to complete, then next to start. Means, for example, first they will first they will build the first they will complete development of the project, like completely development part. Then second comes to, after, like it will take time, so hundreds of codes will be there, many pages are there in ISTs. If you will go, there are many of the pages will be there. So for example here, let me go to ISTC as our, as an assumption our project is over. So once we will go to IRCTC, you can see here there are many pages, buses, flights, hotels. So there are many, this we call features. Different features will be there. Different menu. I mean, so much of codes they will be writing for this. Okay, according to their technologies and all. So it may take time, right? Like 6 months it will take for example, 6 months it will take for development part only. Then comes to build part, then build will be for 1 month. Like this, stage by stage it was there. So then test team will be work on, then QA. So many things were hitting like in the stage by stage manner. One complete, then next to start. Time taking, right here. So here it is very much time taking previously in waterfall methodology. Then manually, then third problem was manually. Everything they were doing, so it was taking time. Like they can't expect much quality as well. Since we are facing these problems, we are not developing our project effectively, you know. So to address this all these issues, like to address these problems which I had mentioned. So to address to address this waterfall problems, agile methodology came. Agile methodology came. So, in a simple term, agile methodology, also called continuous. Okay. So, in companies, we are conducting meeting like every day. Like first, for example, dev versus op problem. One by one, let's. Uh, like first problem was what here? What I have told. First problem here, dev versus ops. Okay. So to address this issue, what exactly happened? First problem, dev versus ops. To address this issue, in companies we are conducting meeting every day, sync up or stand up meeting. So manager will conduct this meeting. Yesterday what you have worked on, the manager will be asking to our like to ourselves, to us, that what we did yesterday, what you worked on, and what problems you faced or planning today, like what are you planning today. So that status of the project having to the everyone. So status of the project will be having to everyone in the team. So for in the in developer teams also they will be knowing, and operation team also. So every day status they will come to know. Okay. So second option will be right. Second option will be is stage by stage thing. So we are creating a friendship environment, you know, for DevOps people thing, and like stage by stage. So we are creating a friendship environment to two teams, so that they can work together, resolve together. So by using that meeting, we are addressing DevOps. Okay. For the DevOps, we are addressing like for creating a friendship environment. Then second comes to stage by stage. Stage by stage, as I told, like stage by stage, like for like stage by stage, if we are going like build a development, then build, then test, then QA, then deploy, then maintenance, and monitor. So these all things, it is replacing this as an automation tools. Okay, automation tools will be like for automation tools. Okay, maybe it like okay, before test it was build, right? So for example, developer, they have their own technologies to write. Okay, after development, then comes to like even for developer, the tool will be there for git tool will be there. For example, I'm saying they must be using for Git, development. Okay, I'll write over in a different sheet. Here it is messing here. Okay, for development, Git tool. Okay, then comes to uh, build, Maven. Build, for example, build for Java project, so Maven will be there to build, like as I told, for executable, any source code converting into the executable form. So executable, nothing but deployment is nothing but installation. So on the go you will understand what is build. So for example, for build, Maven tool will be there. For testing stage, Selenium tool will be there. Okay, and for Selenium tool, or for example for QA, and many in testing tool, many are there for. And then then QA, depending on company to company, QA will be like depending on company to company. And then comes to deployment, deploy, as our DevOps people do. Ansible also, like Ansible, or we can say Docker, through Docker, through Kubernetes, Tomcat, like that. Then maintenance and monitor will be there. Maintenance and code quality checking, etc. Many things. So for that, Nagios, and for code quality, SonarQube will be there. So many things, many tools will be there. This is just a this is just an example of the tools. What I'm saying, there are a number of tools are there, and what I'll be teaching you will be completely latest tools. What is exactly like asking by company. So what exactly those companies are using. So one more tools also called, there is Jenkins. Jenkins, what exactly it does, it creates like which manages all other tools. These all tools we can integrate with Jenkins. Like in the class on the later on, I'll teach about, like while implementing all this step by step. So I'll be teaching about Jenkins. So we are implementing all latest automation tool. Okay, so all latest automation tool, and so DevOps means addressing all traditional issues and implementing complete automation in entire SDLC, entire software development lifecycle. So this is DevOps. Okay. So what is DevOps, if somebody will ask? Like, so DevOps means completely addressing all traditional issues, like addressing what all issues we addressed. We have to address these all things. Old methodology for waterfall method. First problem was dev versus op, stage by stage, manually. So we are addressing all these issues so that it will work on continuous and in a friendly environment, as a dev is and op, and completely in a continuous method. There will be no time taking. So all traditional issues and implementing complete automation, entire SDLC. Okay. So this is what about DevOps introduction. Then, so in the entire course syllabus, what I'll be teaching is like DevOps. You can say definition of SDLC. You must be knowing now. Still, I'll continue in the classes. And like these all things, you can say definition of SDLC, purpose, and waterfall. These all things as I covered today. Then comes to AWS DevOps, EC2 instance, and these all things. AWS DevOps. You can read later on a different type of AMIs, because if you will be reading completely on the go now, so it will become like So AWS DevOps, brief history of AWS features, how to create account in AWS, introduction to EC2, features of EC2, EC2 dashboard overview, and then AMI and different types of AMIs. These all things, how to create key pairs in AWS DevOps. Then comes to Linux. Linux, I'll be teaching completely these all things and many more. This is in Linux part, these all things I'll be teaching. Then coming to Git, as I told you, Git is a source code management tool. So these all in a Git I'll be teaching. Git I'll be covering. Then comes to Docker. Docker deploy for deployment tool. We can use Docker. Docker is also latest automation tool which most of the companies are using. So Docker completely I'll be basic to advanced I'll be teaching all this. Then come to Ansible. Ansible is also a configuration tool. So configuration management tool. So in this also basic to advanced, writing playbooks, everything I'll be teaching an Ansible. Then comes to Maven. Maven for a build code, varjar and all. So basic to advanced I'll be covering for Maven. Nagios also for monitoring tool. As I told you, monitoring and maintenance is required. So Jenkins for CI/CD, everything I'll be covering. So these all Jenkins basic to advanced level. Then next comes to Kubernetes. Kubernetes is also a latest technology and it is very much demanding. It's very important to learn nowadays. So Kubernetes is also deployment tool. Through this we can deploy. So these all things I'll be teaching integration with Jenkins, all the tools, and Tomcat is also comes to deployment part. So yeah, this is also a tool which I'll be teaching. Then projects, I'll be teaching like the real-time project, 2 projects, then CI/CD pipeline projects, and interview questions I'll be taking, like I'll be teaching, I will be giving you, and resume preparation and evaluation, real-time scenarios, day-to-day activities, assignments I'll be providing you, and day-to-day activities, what exactly in companies is like it is going on. I'll be guiding you on that. Then like I'll be providing materials as well. So theoretical knowledge will be there, practical knowledge will be there, interview and exam points will be there, mostly interview preparations, and provide material. I'll then resume preparations for freshers and experience both, and provide project and interview cracking tips I'll be telling you. So these all things. So thank you.